Hey guys, what's going on with the Democrat Party? Have they been infiltrated?
Seems like it.
Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to S2P TV and welcome back to another live reaction video. So today we're going to be reviewing Joe Rogan's podcast, and he has a guest on there, Brett Weinstein, and they're going to be talking about, has the Democrat Party been infiltrated? You know, one of the things that, we've noticed with the Democrat Party is they definitely seem to be infiltrated by some, I don't want to call it evil, but it sounds like evil, man. They have a mission, and they're not what they used to be.
No.
They used to be for the people. They used to be for the working man and things like that. But now it just seems like, they're trying to push an agenda to seriously destroy this country.
That's true.
And,
that's so true.
And that's what they're talking about right now in this discussion. So, but before we get into the clip, if you guys don't mind, please like, subscribe, and share this video with as many people as possible to help us grow our channel. And with that, let's get into the clip.
All right.
Who can do it? Do you think Donald Trump can have any impact on that?
Yeah.
Or do you think he can?
Well, let's put it this way. He has demonstrated that he has the capability to win. I'm very compelled that he is not part of whatever that cabal is.
Clearly.
The cabal really doesn't like him.
Clearly. Could be no more evidence.
Right. What I don't think, the reasons that I think it's Kennedy and not Trump in terms of our best shot is that Kennedy is he is a brilliant thinker, and he is encyclopedic in his knowledge, and to whatever extent that this is a difficult problem, he's the guy who understands how you address difficult problems, and he will gather the right people, and he will figure out what the best approach is. Whether there's any approach that's plausible, I don't know, but I'm convinced that he will address it seriously. Trump, he only has 4 years to accomplish the job. Kennedy might have 8 to accomplish the job. He doesn't have the temperament. I think that this is maybe the most critical problem with Trump, is that Trump has the temperament to win the office, but he doesn't have the temperament to address the nuances of the problems. He got played during COVID, and he still doesn't see it. Right? That's
He got played during COVID. So, yeah, that's a misconception, man.
Yeah.
And I think, I felt the same way at first. When COVID first came out, Trump was like, oh, this is BS. This is the Democrat hoax. And that's a quote. He literally said those exact words.
Right.
But what would have happened if Trump did nothing, right? If he denied it the whole time, what would have happened to him? The media would have ate him alive.
Of course.
And they probably would have impeached him for that. They would have been like, oh, he's doing nothing about it. He's not taking any action.
Right.
We all know that, it was BS. I don't know if we can say this on YouTube, but, we know. People, but he had to play a part. So he had to pretend like, this was a serious thing. And he had to go along with it. Otherwise, he would have got taken out.
Right.
What do you think?
Well, the thing too is that he had no choice. he was stonewalled. Like they did a good job of putting. They did that, I think, in my opinion. They did the COVID thing to stop his movement, right? And it worked for a little bit. It's still working today. So.
Yeah, it worked. Basically, think about what happened. They did that during our election year.
Yep.
Right around the time when, it's time to vote. And now you got we can't talk about any of this on YouTube, which is crazy. So everything I'm about to say, we're going to have to speak in code, but, it just happened in an election year. Just put it like that.
Yeah.
And everything changed. Financially, things got ruined for the country.
Yep.
People got locked down. You had to vote a different way. And it changed everything, and this is the reason why he's not there in office right now. So
and so we're not going to use the word that starts with a CH, but cheating and stuff like that. We won't go there. But that's what sort of happened because of the COVID thing, and I guess they're probably going to do something for this election as well.
We'll see.
We'll see.
Let's not go too crazy though.
Yeah.
It's a problem that has to do with him being ego-driven and unable to admit that, how was he not going to get played, right? He's not an expert, and he had lots of experts conspiring to lead him to believe things that weren't true. I think it would be, everybody would understand.
Also, politically, the people that support the vaccine are clearly on the left. When he comes out and says the vaccine is great, I got the vaccine, we got that vaccine out, he's taking credit for something that these people on the left have already unanimously agreed was a net positive thing. I mean, I've had some wild conversations with really brilliant, intelligent people where I know they're saying nonsense about the effectiveness of the vaccine and the dangers of the vaccine. And I go like, this is a crazy conversation I'm having with you. Like, you're not even willing to consider it because it's an ideological thing.
So yeah, so that's another thing. Like, he had to play defense with these people. He was like, all right, so if I do nothing, you're gonna get rid of me. I'm gonna call your bluff. And that's, in my opinion, and I could be totally wrong on this, but I think that's what that warp speed thing was about. He was like, okay, so if you're gonna keep everything locked down until we have this vaccine in place, then we're gonna do warp speed and we're gonna get this thing out as quickly as possible so we can get the country back open. I think that's what happened. He had to go that route with it. But I could be totally wrong. He could be. See, I'm not one of those people that is not willing to accept the fact that I could be totally wrong. He could be part of this whole He could be part of this whole plot.
That's true.
And if the truth comes out and that happens, I'll accept that. But there's a lot of people that you can throw the truth in their face, and they just will look at you like you're crazy.
Right.
Me, show me the truth, and I'll believe it.
Right.
I have no problem saying I was wrong, but I don't think I was.
But the other thing too is that you just don't know what's the truth or not. When politicians throw out the so-called truth, you don't know if it's real.
Yeah, I agree.
He got locked into it. So he's playing on that by supporting the vaccine as well. You have to think, like, if you're looking at a guy who's trying to gather points and armor in a game of fucking, World of Warcraft or something, like, you'd pick that armor up. Like, hey, here's my vaccine. I fucking made that vaccine.
Right.
Yeah.
It's the wrong temperament for the job.
But it's the right temperament to get into office, right?
Yeah. Politically, the man is brilliant.
And also, like, he is so polarizing that even though so many people support him and he can win, the people that hate him so much that it's like, God damn, do we really want that sentiment in our society? Do we want more division? And would that encourage, or is it possible that he could have some sort of come to Jesus moment in front of the country and it would unite people in a way they would realize? You're already seeing a lot of people in the black community that have turned towards Trump because they're seeing what's going on with this immigration and how it's affecting them, and the fact that these people that are coming in that are illegal immigrants are getting so much aid that they're not getting. No. And they're like, this is fucking crazy. This is our community, and you're having these people come in, you're giving them food and money and shelter, and you won't do it for us, and we've been here forever, and we're Americans. This is crazy. And then there's a lot of people that, like even Michael Rappaport, because of the way things are going in the world, is saying that, and he fucking hates Trump, and he talks wild shit about Trump. Even he's saying that first of all, that's not off the table, and that now that's the only solution.
Wow.
Well, I don't think we're there yet, but I don't think on the basis of the time he would have, his temperament, or his ability to build a team. Trump is kind of a one-man show.
That's kind of true.
And his team-building ability, I don't think, is enough to solve the problem either. But the punchline of that is, if Kennedy can't do it, for whatever reason, if politics gets in the way, we still have to get whatever that cabal is out of power immediately. This could not be more of an emergency. We've seen through COVID how dangerous these people are, how little they care about our well-being, and we have to rally around whatever it is that addresses this problem. And, as much as I'm not a believer that Trump on his own can do the job, I would far prefer him to another standard bearer of that cabal. The cabal is too dangerous. And I say this, as you know, I'm a lifelong Democrat. right? This is my party that I'm telling you cannot be trusted with governance. But that's where we are.
Man, wow. Wow, wow, wow. See,
Good stuff.
that right there, especially at the end, that was the aha moment of this whole video, was he said, no matter what, basically, you got to get these Democrats the hell out of here.
Mhm.
They're destroying this world. They're destroying the country. And this is his party. And he does not want to see them in. He'll even vote for his arch enemy, Donald Trump, before he ever, reelects one of these people. So there's a lot of people waking up. When you look at people in Chicago, people in, the Bronx, New York, inner cities,
Right.
what they're experiencing is Democrats don't care about Americans.
No.
With this whole,
No.
bringing everybody in through the border, borders wide open, spending our tax dollars overseas, when groceries here and everything is so high.
Right.
So, I mean, there's a couple points that, he brought up that I kind of disagree with. He's talking about the Trump temperament.
Yeah, I think Trump's temperament is the right temperament to be the president. He gets things done.
Man, you saw what he did when he went to Germany, right? When
Yeah.
he had to talk to NATO, he was like, look, pay your fair share.
Yep.
And if you don't, I'm out.
Right.
America's taking their money at it. We're getting out of NATO. And they sure enough, they shelled out.
And they also, Germany, they got their gas from Russia, and Trump was telling them, don't do that because it's going to be a problem. And they all laughed at him.
Yeah.
Right? And a couple months later, they weren't laughing anymore. He was right. He was 100% right again.
He was right about so many different things. He created peace deals.
Peace deals,
He secured the border.
Yeah.
We sound like we're an ad campaign for Donald Trump, but seriously, when you look at the difference between the two, it's like it's a no-brainer.
Listen, when you talk about Trump and Biden, better than Biden, anything is better than Biden.
Right. So he's talking about Kennedy. I like Kennedy.
I like Kennedy.
Kennedy's a stand-up guy. His stance on the things that you put in your arm that we can't even say on this damn channel, which is so annoying.
Right.
But I agree with that 100%. They need to be held liable.
Yeah.
So,
And no matter what, they seem to always get away with everything. Everything. They don't even Joe Biden's son. What happened with that?
but yeah, let's not go on another rant. But yeah, you're right. He went. He showed up and left. He didn't even get subpoenaed.
Nothing.
I mean,
Nothing.
he didn't follow his subpoena.
No.
But anyway, guys, so what do you think? Do you think that the Democrat Party is over? Are you a lifelong Democrat like we were, and you decided to change parties? We definitely want to hear from you.
Yeah.
What did it for you? What was it? The border? Was it how they trying to do this woke agenda? What made you change parties? We want to hear you.
Yeah.
And also, leave in the comments like any other video ideas that you have for us. Anything you want us to react to, we'd love to hear from you.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so guys, we'll check you out on the next video. Please like, subscribe, and share. See you soon. Talk to you later.
Wake up. Wake up. Wake up. It's time to get up.
Are you ready to wake up?